even just because it is about an hour and a half or so. I just want to sum up a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm.
yeah, I think the two biggest concepts I heard and liked about our conversation here was authenticity of obviously and mindset. So in terms of just performances or our performances now, those are the two biggest things that have to go into it. So I think um, another another thing that was brought up about performances was external people won't necessarily understand what's going on or don't really get the context, the things that we're feeling. So when we are performing, I think it seems like it is best that we have some sort of narrative as we perform, whether
Right.
we're
Right.
chanting
Mm.
or performing dances and doing the movements, all of those. I think now, uh, it's just really important that to get those messages across, because if we are performing, yes, we can be doing it for ourselves, but if it is the end goal is cultural preservation and awareness, we should be providing that narrative so that external people can understand what we're going through
Right.
and what
Right.
we're feeling and why we're doing all this. So
I
those,
have to say that like in the times that we have, like when we perform, at least when I'm involved, I really do my best to explain the things I've been mentioning here, especially when we do like group participation and we talk about so that they'll have the mindset so they can connect. Because I think when we represent ourselves, it's not merely just about here, look, this is us just doing the dance. When you represent yourself, you should try to find ways because the whole principle is to connect, right? So you try to find ways for the audience to connect with you. So by helping them to understand the mindset of what's going on, especially if they do participate, and I've had many people, non-Igorots, and including Filipinos, who've come up to me and said, I've seen these dances so many times from your community, and you're the first person to ever explain it. And I just want to say thank you so much because now I get it. I totally get it. I didn't know there was so much meaning behind what you guys were doing. I just thought you were just doing like a conga line, I didn't know. Now when I join in, I get it. I get it when I join in. I, I'm not joking. Then, like, I've had a lot of people coming to me afterwards, and it reminded me of all the times I have performed especially when I was younger, and I didn't
Mm.
feel
Mm.
moved to be able to explain things, either because of I was still young and I didn't understand stuff. But like, I just think about all the audience who didn't really know what was going on, and I like it that you're wrapping things up with mentioning that, Gerald.
yeah, it's true because yeah, I don't know. This might be something we'll talk about in a different episode or podcast. But yeah,
Mm.
the reason I mention that is because of other groups, let's say, or other people performing our dances and stuff like that.
Mm.
And what are
Oh,
the
yeah,
differences
God, that's
between
another one.
us? Yeah, I know. What are the differences
Yeah.
between us doing these performances and the other groups? Like, yeah, we have our background. So if we are trying to really promote awareness and really preserve our culture, we need that deeper understanding, and we have to be able to tell other people what is going on. And I think, like you said, they would really appreciate that.
Mm.
And yeah, it really differentiates us from those other people. So
Yeah. Like when I get comments from people, other Filipinos who tell me like, I didn't know you guys still practice your beliefs. I thought you guys just have country music.
That's so true. What's our
You know what I'm
national
saying?
anthem? Country roads?
It's like,
Oh man.
yeah, man. Like, and I have to
actually,
say, oh God, it makes me go like, do one of these, like pump the forehead kind of thing, and it's just like, ah, man. Of course, we love country music. Our families love country music because of its expression and its storytelling. But it's no, we still practice and we're still alive as a culture. So yeah.
exactly.
What's interesting is what I've encountered is people romanticizing our
Mm.
culture,
Mm.
and
Mm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've
Mm-hmm.
come across people that like literally saying like, "You're Igorot," I'll be like, yeah, full blooded, man. But they're like, you don't look
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Igorot and stuff. And so like people have this romantic idea of like what an Igorot is, and then when they if they ever go to Baguio, and they'd be like what's these are what Igorots are. So it's interesting that people aren't aware, and I've if it just became aware to me of how there's the concept of like traditional Igorot or whatever, and there's in the Igorot diaspora, we're different from what the ideal of an Igorot is. And then when you go back home, there are these like Taraki guys, going around with their Levi's and leather jackets with cowboy hats, and it's like that's also Igorot too. Like to me, that's
That's also Igorot. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's so interesting, like discussing these things, because again, like if I encounter someone who don't know what Igorots are and are interested, they're not aware about this stuff. Like I'm not aware about this stuff. So
We're all learning.
it's interesting. Exactly.
we-
Yeah, it is.
We definitely are, for
It's
sure.
true. It's